All right, so welcome back to Chicago 45, the ones. I am your host, Darae. We are here with a beautiful, hardworking lady right now. You guys can't see her yet, but I'm gonna show you what she's doing. She's never sitting down, as she's told me just 2 seconds ago. Mayra Tamayo. She is the what's the word? The international president of
For
what'd you say?
for nightmares.
For Nightmares. Nightmares is a super cool all ladies car and truck club. They have better cars than I ever had when I was a teenager. Yeah, so Myra, say hello, hardworking mother and Nightmares runner.
Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm just putting groceries away, cleaning, and making dinner. So if you're
Oh,
seeing, don't look at my face because I look.
thank you for joining us. Like I said before, I won't take up too much of your time because as a mom, you don't have too much time to give to other people. So I'm gonna, be, nice and brief with you. Uh, give us a little background to Nightmares. What is Nightmares? Why did you guys choose that name and things like that?
Nightmares has been a true nightmare for me. No, I'm just kidding. Well, a little background. Do I have to be on the camera or can I just be talking?
I would love for you to be on the camera.
Okay. Well, nightmares. I started it with five girls. It was a Charger 392, Cadillac, Camaro, and a Chevy, a car. And it was a group of girls. We just pretty much all got together. Some of us had different, friendships in the past. One of the girls and I were family, so that's pretty much how that started. And it was five women that were going through a lot of stuff. Five women that were dealing with heartbreaks and, uh, going through losses of jobs, learning how to be moms, and just kind of, having nice cars because in the past we worked hard and we made it happen. And then we were going through this whole COVID situation. There was no work, there was no job. So we pretty much kind of all just got into a big group, and then we gave each other, our hand, each other's hands and support. And so I was in a car club before. When I first started in the car scene, I was in a car club, and it was great and all. And then I decided to start with different, clubs and stuff like that. But it wasn't what I wanted. So this time around, 2020 hit me really hard. I was going through a separation. I was going through, like, I feel like I was going through midlife crisis. I was moving from San Jose all the way to Modesto, just kind of like running away. And that's not the solution. So don't do it. Don't do it. But I was also in a depression for 5 years, and it was a very hard, difficult time in my life. So when I just moved and came here to Modesto from San Jose, I was like, well, I feel so alone. I felt like I'm not worth anything. I felt horrible. So when me and these girls, my friends, we got together, we mingled and we just bonded. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a club. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yep, I'm going to just start it. And we started going to events together and meets. Sorry, can you hear me? Oh, and meets. And then it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I just started jotting down names, and I'm like, okay, I started with like just all these different little names. And then Nightmares was like, how do I explain it? It was there's a little why I named it Nightmares, but I can't say it out there just yet. Maybe in a couple of years. But Nightmares came because I was having a lot of nightmares, and it was at night, and I was just like, man, like these stupid nightmares don't let me sleep. And with all the stress and all the situation that I was going through, I just couldn't sleep. So I had all these nightmares, and just one night I'm like, Nightmares Car Club. Like, no, Nightmares. Like, it took me so long to just Nightmares. And then I started Googling and I started looking at logos. And then I was like, you know what? Nightmares. I'm going to make it significant. So the lipstick is a bullet. It means that we go through everything and anything in life, and we will get to where we have to go. And the lipstick is supposed to signify our heart. It's red because it's passion. It's sacrifice. It's love. It's family. It's everything. And every girl has the red lipstick. They can change the inner liner, everything. They can change it all into different colors, but the bullet has to remain gold or silver, and the lipstick remains red, and that's like the heart. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with that. And I had a graphic designer do it, and Nightmares was born.
Okay, and how long has Nightmares been in the world?
Nightmares 1 year in, I believe, in March or May.
So literally born from COVID.
Literally, yeah, it was a COVID baby.
Okay. So we have our first COVID baby. Welcome to the world, COVID babies. Um, okay. So, but it's grown so much, right?
It has grown so much to at a point we had a Texas chapter. As much as we've grown, we've had a lot of downfalls. We've had our loyalty tested, and we've seen chapters close. We've seen for example, our Texas chapter closed, and it was something heartbreaking for me because I didn't understand why, and it was just difficult. But at the same time, it was like a lesson learned, and for next time to be able to, like, instead of just someone wants to open a chapter, yeah, go ahead. No, it's like, let me see why, let me put in work so that I can give you that logo.
Okay.
And so I've learned, a little bit of how to handle a club and just different chapters, because right now we are 5 chapters strong, and we are looking at opening a 559 chapter and Bakersfield, because there are a couple of girls interested in opening, but I've been taking it very slow, with work and being a mom and just kind of going. It's been like that, but yeah, so.
Okay. How many ladies are in this Nightmare roster of yours? Do you have like a count? Do you know?
Well, right now, all the girls, we have 53 girls in the big chat. So this is prospect and this is members, but in the 408 chapter, we have Alondra, Jackie, Donna, Jenny, and another of the girls. So it's 5, and then they have prospects. So what I did is, supposedly when you have a club, you're not supposed to like break it up. I did. I said, why am I like the mother club pretty much, right? But I said, no, the mother club should be the one to like spread out, and those should be the leaders. Those should be the ones that will come back and say, well, this is how we're doing it here. And so that's kind of how I did it. And I have the original members from the mother chapter or the mother club in a chat, and that's pretty much where our ideas come from. And I get guidance from them, and we do have a Nightmares board as well. This is made out of all the VPs of each club, so it's 5 girls, and they will be becoming presidents at the 1-year mark. They will become presidents, and they will choose their VP, and then I will become, well, I'm already the international pres, but I will be also getting an international VP. So.
Okay. Do you have anybody in mind? I mean, I could put a wig on if you need to.
You know what? I actually put it out there today in one of our chats. I said, if anybody's interested, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should get one of the girls that is already running a chapter. But I said, if I do that, then who's going to run that chapter? And I already trust these girls, and they've been working super hard. So I was like, no, I can't take them out. So I ended up just putting it out in the chat, and I've had a couple of girls interested, and I'm like, well, I hope you're ready, because it's not an easy job. It's not, I mean, you don't get paid. You don't get paid. You get headaches, and you have to be loyal. That's the first, I've had girls come into this club and leave and, say they're all about the club, but then they leave and it's just not for them. And, things like that. Or some are boy crazy. They get what they want, they go, and then it's just, it's a little bit of everything when you join a girls club. And they say that there's more drama in a girls club, but no, there's more drama in a guys club.
Okay.
So just in case you hear, there's more drama in guys club than girls.
Well, like we spoke about maybe like a week ago, and I said, hey, this is like my first time ever hearing about an all just first off a car club, and then to stack it on top of all women's car club. I was like, oh, this is some California stuff right here. I called back home in Chicago, and they were like, no, it's not. It happens. I was like, maybe it's just me then, maybe. So what are like some ground rules? Like what are some rules that you have in the club? I'm guessing they can't drive your car. That's probably number one rule. You can't get in your car.
They can't. Well, I actually have had one of the girls drive my car. Give me one sec. Just grabbing my charger. I've had girls drive my car. So that's not one of the ground rules, but we have bylaws, and I can go ahead and send you those bylaws, but they're pretty much common sense. These.
All right. So as far as you guys being an only women's car club, are you guys affiliated with men, with all guys car clubs?
So we are not the all female car club. There is another female car club that is there's two. There's one here, there's two. So there's three actually four. There's a couple of all female car clubs, but we are the only truck and car club. So, we are the only ones, but an all female. So we do, when we have events, when we host meets, we do ask, other car clubs or truck clubs if they like to be part of it. We add them on the flyer, and that's kind of how that goes. But we've had a lot of support from many truck clubs and car clubs, so we've been very thankful for that and grateful, of course.
Okay. What's a meet? Don't laugh at me that I asked that.
Oh, a meet is, for example, like if I were to say, okay, tomorrow we're doing a meet, that means that people are gonna come. It's like a meeting, but it's not a meeting. It's a meet. It's like a kickback.
Okay.
So you come, you hang out. It's sometimes, normally, it's always like at a like In-N-Out or taco truck area, or things like that. So you're able to eat. You're able to look at cars, trucks,
chicks, yeah, chicks. Yeah.
Chicks, but you're able to like hang out with each other and talk and just socialize, but you're having a good time.
Okay.
So that's a meet. An event is when there's a cause, there's a reason, there's like, we're here to benefit this person who lost their mom, or we're here to benefit, like, for example, we've had women empowerment event, is we all drove professionally and we supported female vendors. So we asked them to come out. They came out and they put their businesses up, and we invited car clubs and truck clubs, and they came out and they started to support. So they purchased, food, they purchased whatever they were buying, whatever they were selling. And, we gave them certificates and we thanked them, and we gave trophies out. We did a little raffle. So it was a night to remember.
It sounds like it's super fun. I think my next question is, because I'm new to California, not too new, but I'm like 2.5 years new. And I do understand the demographics of it. Now, is this car club demographically majority Latino women, or is it open?
We do have a lot of Latino women. We have Caucasian. I know my VP in 916 is Native American. We have some Caucasian in the scene in our chapters. So we have a little bit of everything. We welcome all races. So that's the first thing. We welcome all races. We all speak English, Spanish. If we don't know your language, we will learn it, or we will try to communicate with you, but no one is left behind. No one is, out, like, so I know there's a couple car clubs that, they're all either Latinos or African American, or, and then sometimes they feel like, oh, I won't fit in here because, I'm not like them, or I'm not like these girls. It's like, no. This club is for everybody. This club is for women that are starting into the scene. This club is for moms. This club is for women that are Black, Asian, white, Mexican, everything. I don't go by like, it's everybody's welcome. That's why I made Nightmares Officials and Nightmares Elite. The difference between those two is that everybody will have their Nightmares banner, but at the bottom it'll either say official or elite. Official means that these are women getting into the scene. They're starting to learn. They're getting to know what it is to be in a club. They have regular cars. They don't have like muscle cars or anything like that.
Mhm.
But they want to learn. They want to empower each other. They want to be part of a group. They want to be able to give back. And who am I to say no? Don't show me. No, I'm gonna give them the opportunity, and I'm gonna teach them what I know. I'm gonna teach them professionalism, or I'm gonna teach them everything I can to help them support. And so that's what official is. And they can take their time to add things to their car. Elite is women that same thing. They support. They're about the whole thing, but they are women that are already into the scene, so they already know a little bit more. They come from a background of parents that were in the scene. Their cars are really like jacked up, really nice, and or they're gonna be putting things into their car, like money into their car, and they're ready for competition. So I'm gonna be sponsoring them to go to the events and bring back trophies. So they get to go, they get to show off their cars, they put their name out there, the club, and they come back and they bring back trophies. So that's pretty much what elite and officials is. But back to the comment, or to the question, we accept all women and all races and colors and everybody. So all women are welcome here.
Well, that's good. It sounds like a safe haven for women, just in general, just to come there and to be a
Yes.
part of a womanhood, like you spoke about. So I watched a lot of Sons of Anarchy, right? That's it, right? All right.
Yes.
So I'm assuming you guys have like a hangout spot like them. Do you guys have a hangout spot?
You know what? Because we are everywhere, we haven't gotten one. But I am thinking of looking for a location where I can actually get a club, because for like
Headquarters.
Sons of Anarchy, they do have like motorcycle clubs are the ones that kind of have this, where they have their own clubs, and they have it's normally like at warehouses, and they get to put all their cars, their motorcycles in.
And
And
be
so I have been looking into getting a location like that, so that can be our spot. But again, this is a 1 year, it's new, and we're still kind of rolling with it, going. We've seen girls leave, we've seen girls come, and we've seen chapters close. So I'm just kind of taking it slow, but at the same time making big moves.
Okay. Well, whenever you get that done, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll be the
you're
only guy
invited.
to come in.
You are invited. You're officially invited. It's by the president, so you're more
You
than
know what I'm
welcome to
saying?
come
I'll
out,
come
bring
in,
your
I'll
family.
record. I'll be
Yes.
like, look, all these ladies with all these big cars. I gotta ask you a question. What kind of car you got?
I have a Charger RT, so it's a 2017 Charger RT. Dodge.
Are you like a California driver, like you just look crazy, or you like calm?
No,
Nah,
no,
you look like it. You look like it.
you're all. She's moving and going everywhere. I drive a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I drive a lot. I'm always on the road to get to work. I work from Modesto. I go to Fremont, and then I drop off my daughter in Castro Valley. Then I come back home. So it's like a lot of driving for me every single day. And then during the weekends, it's I have to go to the meets, or I have to go to the events. Meets are optionals, but I try to support my girls as much as I can. So I go, I do drive a lot, but I'm not a crazy driver. There's times where I do step on it and I'm like, come on, ladies, like, let's just get there. But no, I'm not a crazy driver. I
Okay.
can't, my car's dropped.
Oh, it's low.
Yeah, it's low. So if I like hit a pot, like I'm jumping all the way up to the sky. So it's not it's not good.
So
And
you
I
so
can,
you so you jacked your car up. You did a whole bunch of stuff to it, souped it up.
well, my car is dropped. So if I, like, for example, if I hit a pothole, I will break a rim. And
Yeah.
I've already broken like 3-4 rims. So I'm just like, no, let me just be careful this time.
Are you riding on like 20s, or you riding like on 10s?
I
Like
have, mine are 20. think mine are 20s. No, they are 20s. They're 20s. And they're demon reps.
I don't know what none of that is.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
not
they're
a
just
car guy.
Oh, okay. Well, then it doesn't matter. They're just rims.
No, I'm riding factories. You ride, what you call them? Demon something?
They're demon reps. So they're the replicas of the demon, the car. So yeah, the car demon has these rims, right? So they were made for that car, and so they made replicas. So then I have them on my car.
Okay, so question. All right, so now I gotta ask you a personal question now.
Ask me.
Being like super into cars, you into cars, right?
I am. I'm into trucks and horses.
Oh, and horses, like actually.
I ride horses as well, so I'm also part of a club that ride horses.
Oh, okay. Oh, you like horsepower. You like horsepower.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm asking a personal question. I've never asked a relationship question on this show, but I think this is like the perfect time to ask this. Does being in this kind of like space, does that intimidate men from like?
I think they do. I think it does. I think it really
I'm intimidated right now.
No, don't be intimidated. I think, you know what I think? I think that guys, I've been called bossy, and I've been called like that the word that I've heard the most is bossy. And that's because I have a voice, and I've told all the girls, you better use it, and don't let any guy tell you that you can't. Don't let any guy, back talk to you. No, you do it. And if you have a question, ask it. And so in chats, it's all guys. It's like another girl, if that. But and I'm the youngest of there's another lady that's also she's a president for a mix. It's a guy and girls truck club. And she's in the chat, but she's a lot older and she has kids, so they respect her a lot. As for me, I'm younger, and I feel like they see that there's like, I don't know, like I just feel like when they don't see a guy next to you, like sometimes they will be like, they'll tell you off or they'll tell you whatever because they're like, well, she doesn't have a man. But guys do get intimidated. I feel like they do. I feel like it's harder for them to talk to me. I feel like it's harder for them to ask me questions. And when I do talk to them, like, I'll be like, oh, hey, thank you. Thank you for coming out, whatever. They're like, oh, did you just message me? And I'm like, yeah, like, thank you for coming out. And they're like, you have like 5,000 followers. Like, why would you even message me back? And I'm like, well, I'm human. Like, I'm not famous. It's just me. Like, stay humble is my thing. And just, I answer and I say hi, thank you. And it's just, the people that are supporting you are the ones that are helping you get out there. So why wouldn't I, but anyways, yeah, guys are a little intimidated.
Yeah, so they don't come at you and like, hey, I want to take you out with your big car.
Some do, like they'll just be like, oh, I want to take you out, but it's just like those guys are just weird. And then, but like normal guys, they kind of just stay away, and then they'll take a long time, or they'll just stare at me or look at me. But they some of them do, but it's just, I've never had a real guy just be like, hey, I would really like to take you out on a date. Like, not like that.
Okay, fellas, if you're watching this, no, you're
watching like this, girl, you're like,
yeah,
my hair's undone, no makeup.
They got to see you at your start. They got to see you at your start point. So then when they see you nightmared out, they're gonna be like,
oh, ooh. It's another. No, I'm just kidding. It's another thing.
Then they're gonna be really like,
no.
What's the end goal for nightmares? Is there an end goal? Like what? Okay, not the end goal, but what is the goal for this year?
The goal for this year is for our 1-year anniversary to be able to throw a big car show. And I'm thinking of doing it in San Jose. And I already have the location that I'm looking at. I just need COVID to stop giving us so many restrictions.
Yeah, right.
But I have that in mind. I want to open the Fresno chapter and the Bakersfield chapter, as well as get the girls going, making them presidents. And at the end of the year, I would like to open a foundation. So the goal for Nightmares is to open a foundation. This foundation will be supporting women and children. And I want to be able to, for example, if there's a woman that comes from low income, and she's like, she messages us, and she's like, you know what, I have an interview. In 2 weeks, I have no clothes. I don't know what to wear. I don't have shoes and I don't have money. You know, I don't want them to feel like they can't look their best to go to an interview. I was once in that situation when I was younger. You know, I didn't know what to wear, but I didn't have the correct clothes to go to an interview. And so luckily I had a mentor that took me to a store, and she's like, you know what, let's go, let's take you, let's buy, you know, some dressy clothes and things like that, and you're gonna get the job. When you look the part, you feel the part, and you feel more confident. And so um, I want every woman to feel that confidence and feel like a boss. It could be going and you're going to be a receptionist. It can be working as a waitress. It can be working at Walgreens. You know, every single place, every workplace, it's professionalism. You start from somewhere, and the next thing you know, you can be the local manager for that store, or you can even, you know, start working in corporate. So I want to be able to open that small foundation at first, you know, make it small, and be able to purchase heels for them, slacks, shirts, something nice so they can feel empowered, and a little bit of makeup so that we can, you know, look the part and just feel confident. And that's something that a lot of us, we're competing with social media. We're competing with all these social Instagram models that have the bodies, that have the face, that have, you know, all these face tunes. And it's like, this is me raw. Like, this is me on a Monday afternoon, putting groceries away, being a mom, cooking, you know, things like that. So
I hope your ice cream didn't melt.
oh, where's the ice cream? I got wine though.
You should have drunk it. You can drink wine on this show. You can get tipsy and all that good stuff.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, so that's pretty much a little bit of that part for women. For children, I want to be able to give them Christmas gifts every year. I was brought up by a mom that was a single mother, and she was Hispanic. She had no papers. She was, you know, undocumented, and she didn't know the language. She was working her ass off cleaning toilets, and she told me one day, she's like, I don't want you to clean toilets. That's why you go to school and you look the part, and she would send me to like really good schools, and mostly that they were all white, they were all Asian, and here I am, like the Mexican kid, you know. And they would like talk about, you know, their little parties and their little get-togethers, and they would rock Jordans, or they would rock Nikes, or whatever they would rock, and I'm here like with Payless shoe store shoes. And I told her, you know, one day I told her, and I was like, Mom, like, I don't look like, why am I going there? Like, I don't even fit I don't fit in. And she's like, look, you're going there because you're going to become someone. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to clean the toilet so you can go to school. And she's like, so don't go and warm up the seat. And for those that are listening and that are Hispanic and speak Spanish, I'm pretty sure your mom has told you, no vayas a calentar el asiento. So that's kind of a little thing. But anyways, yeah, that's what I want to do for kids. I want to be able to send them to school with supplies, send them to school with shoes, and or buy their uniform, or simply just a toy for Christmas. So that's kind of a little background on that and on that goal. And well, that's the next one is more of a personal goal for me, but that's for nightmares.
You say the next one's like a
it is because
goal
I want to open a bakery. And I want this bakery.
Talk about that.
It's like everywhere. I'm like everywhere today. So I've always wanted to be a business owner, and I wanna open a bakery. I love baking, but this bakery, I want it to be different. I want there to be, I love tequila, so I want there to be like tequila in the bread, like yogurts, or it's like a Hispanic thing. Like you go to Jalisco and there's like champurrado, they add like tequila or mezcal, things like that. So I want the bread to be like infused with alcohol, and it's a place where you can take a date, where you can get to know somebody, where you can you know, go with the boyfriend, go with your husband, or take the Sancha. You could do that too. But this bakery, I want it to be in the morning. I want it, if there's any kids that are passing by my bakery and they have their school ID, I want them to come in and show me their ID, and they can get a bread and a hot chocolate. So this is for them to not go to school hungry. When they walk back home and they pass through my bakery, I want them to be able to take a sandwich so they can eat. I don't want kids to be passing my restaurant, my bakery, smelling all the deliciousness coming out of it and not being able to eat because they don't have money. Um, I went through a lot of hell when I was little, and I went through a lot of that when a lot of hunger. So I remember, passing by bakeries or McDonald's and just smelling and not being able to eat because, mom didn't have money. Or when she had $5 extra and that was for gas, she'd be able to afford a cheeseburger, and she would make me feel like we had money. Like, she made me feel like we had money when we really didn't. And
Mm.
she would be like, oh no, like, I'd be like, Mom, you're not gonna eat. No, I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm on a diet. I'm like, okay. So she always made it seem like we had it. And so that's where this bakery goal is coming from. And it's just, I don't want kids to pass by and be hungry because I don't have the money.
It sounds like you just feeding everybody, whether it be the ladies at Nightmares, giving them a space to to be themselves and to learn on the journey of being a woman. Because I would only assume being a woman is a very difficult job to do 24/7. So you're giving them a space where they can learn and grow with other women and have that safe space. And then also thinking about kids, because there you go again, being a mama, that's the mother thing in your body. So it sounds like you're for the people. So that's like I don't want to say a cool thing, because it's the right thing, and it's probably what most
Yeah,
women in my life have done. Um,
there you go.
you know what I mean? So you're like a Wonder Woman, like your Instagram said.
No.
Look at me. I
Oh,
should be a
Wonder
little,
Woman.
I should be a little rapper, man. I should really go into rapping right now. I'm putting words together. Um, how do a lady get to be involved? Hi, son. You want to say hello? You want to get something? What you need? Oh, you need your Nintendo? That's Blue making his guest appearance once again. Say bye. Close the door.
Oh, bye.
And with his undies. Uh, that's King Blue, people. Let me close this. All right. So, how do a young lady, get involved with you guys? What's the process of that? Do we just hit you up and be like, "Hey, add me to the chat," or what? Do I got to go knock
So,
somebody out?
so what happens is they message me, or they message the main chat, or they message like, let's say it's a chapter from 831 and they want to join that chapter. They can message the VP, and they just tell them, like, I'm interested, this is the type of car I have, and then we go from there. We're like, okay, so it'd be more like Nightmares Elite instead of Nightmares Official. And again, I explained the both of the difference, but we add them to a chat, and this is the prospect chat, so they get to be in this chat for a couple, like, maybe right now we haven't really pinpoint how long, but normally it's a month, 2 months, and you get to kind of feel our vibe, get to know where we're gonna go next, and you can come out to the events with us, or meets. Right now it's mostly meets, but you get to come out and you get to fill us out, see if you like our vibe, if you like what you see, things like that. And if this is a club you want to be part of, and if this is something you want to be part of, then you can go ahead and once you go to 3 meets, then you get to become a member. When you become a member, it's not over yet. You have to be able to do things to your car. Again, you could be a Nightmare Official or a Nightmare Elite. If you're a Nightmare Elite, then of course you got to go to competitions. You have to find the day and time to put things into your car. So it's more pressure on Nightmares Elite than it is on Nightmares Official. But we haven't had our first Nightmares Elite yet. So girls are still, like, putting in work for their cars, and then because we just started that. So yeah, so soon.
Okay. Funny question. Do you guys have like merch? Do you guys vests?
We do.
Vests,
We
like,
do.
okay.
We have winter outfits. We have so we have tank tops, and we have our jerseys. Those are our main ones. And then we have sweaters, we have leggings, and then we have shorts and like gym clothes type of thing. And then we are coming out with windbreakers, and we are also looking at varsity jackets. So I want to do the varsity jackets. I have one, and it has the Nightmares in the back. Um
I think I saw it too. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, so I have that Nightmares. And I can go ahead and I can bring it out.
Can I get like a windbreaker for a guy? I'll pay for my windbreaker.
Of course, we're trying to make supporter jackets and supporter everything. So this is the Nightmares shirt. It's like a baseball.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then we have a number in the back.
Okay.
And then we have our Instagram names. But this is one of the shirts that all the girls must have. And then our sweaters and the jerseys.
That's super cool. I mean, seeing you guys got all that stuff done within a year, not even a year yet. You guys been moving and grooving. I mean, but who else can move and groove better than a woman? I mean, other than a woman, you guys get shit
women done. We just got it.
You get it done.
Have to get it.
I do want to tell you a little bit though. The reason why I'm doing this interview, obviously because I heard of the card club and everything like that. That was super dope. But the biggest thing for me that turned my cheek, and I was like, let me hear about this. So on my Chicago 45 YouTube show, we have this portion where it's just the ones where I want to sit down with individuals, and then we have our group discussions where we do mass conversations about uncomfortable conversations. But I'm not the only one who does all of this. I just created it, but I also have two young ladies who are on the team with me, and this is like super special so they can watch this and hear this and see this. All women doing cool shit like this. Not just being in the kitchen, because you obviously in the kitchen, you doing your thing, but you just not just boxed into your kitchen role, or well, not even kitchen role, to your kitchen duties, your mother duties. You're not locked into those things. You went out and you have made impact on so many other women's lives that will span for generations to generations, hopefully. So it's super powerful that I have you on here so they can see this, because they're doing the work. And I'm like, man, y'all got to see, I have one of the girls supposed to be on tonight, but she's a college student. So she's like, she's doing nursing program right now. Yeah, so it's super cool that I'm here to sit down with you and talk to you, and so they can see you can go through all the shit in the world, but you still can make it out. You still can grind. You still can do those.
There's a Wonder Woman in all women. There's a Wonder Woman in all women, and I know it's hard on women, but it's also hard on men.
Yeah.
We tend to not identify men's emotions and feelings, and this year we're also going to do an event for men. So, gentlemen, get ready.
Yes, but, I will be.
I know that men, since they're young, they're taught to, don't cry. You can't cry. You're a boy. Things like that. Or grow up. You're a boy. And it's not the case. Like, men should be able to show emotion, show what they're feelings. And, we're all here in this world. We're born. And as soon as we're born, the time turns around. And that's when you're, like the time starts kicking. And it's, I work in the funeral industry. So there's a dash, right, in between your birth date and your death date. That dash is so small, right? It's like so short. So let me ask you, how are you going to live that dash? That's that dash that's going to, it's that small little part that will separate your birth date from your death date. So that's the question that I ask myself every single day when I wake up. What am I going to do today? How am I going to live that dash? Because when I die, I want to make sure that I'm happy, that I found happiness, that I found love, that I was able to find myself as a woman, as a person, as a human, and as a mother, as a wife, or as everything. And working in the funeral industry, that dash is so important, because I've had kids pass away. I've had adults, and it's like, oh, he didn't even get to do this. And I'm like, no. That dash is going to be lived like that. I want, so